Hey, I'm Pastor Dexter with Flourish Church, and our dream and our desire is to be a church that lives outside of the four walls of our church. And we believe that flourishing comes through collaboration and partnering with people who are already doing great things right here in the city of Gary, Indiana. And today I am sitting in the garden that is named Brother's Keeper, and I have some distinguished and honored guests that I'm sitting with, Miss Elma and Miss Tish, who are doing great things right here in the city of Gary in regards to Gary Food Council. So can you all tell us a little bit about how this got started and how the Food Council came about?
The Food Council came about as a citywide initiative with Purdue University and the Green Urbanism Office in Gary. So there were a lot of stakeholders in the beginning, a lot of community members that took part in establishing the Food Council, which was officially established November 2019.
Okay. All right. So right before COVID, garden is established. It's cool to hear how it was a community effort, a community thing. I think all things thrive and are successful when the community is invested into it.
Yes.
What do you hope the impact would be of the Gary Food Council, and what ways do you hope it will help Gary to flourish?
Well, I would hope that the city of Gary will understand and know that you can get food and grow food in your own backyard. With Gary being a food desert, we need to learn that we don't have to travel far away to have food at our fingertips. Good food, healthy food, food that's organic, and organic doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg. Just for the name, because growing it in my backyard, on my deck, in the pot, doesn't have to be a full out land, but it can be in a container.
Sure.
But that we can eat healthy and that we can live a long life.
Yeah. You know what, I think that's really good for people to really catch the vision and to really see that there is great things that can come out of the land that we walk across every single day, right? And can really help us to live healthy lives. And like you said, we don't have to travel all the way out. It's right here if we're willing to work together and to put our hands in the dirt and to grow something great. Speaking of that, what are some things that you all grow in the garden?
We're growing herbs and flowers, as well as tomatoes, the usual summer fare, tomatoes, peppers, squash.
And cucumbers and squash.
Yes.
Zucchini.
Yes. Some of the herbs are perennial, so they come back. And I think herbs are really important. Herbs and flowers, they help to attract the insects that help to pollinate, as well as deter other insects from eating up the food that we do plant.
So it seems like even as you all have been maintaining this, there's a whole little world that's going on around with insects and all of that are happening.
Yes.
I love, like, even when I walked in, like, just the smell of the garden is just so delightful, right? It was so soothing and so calming. Now, I think none of this gets done by itself, right?
Correct.
It takes labor, it takes hours, it takes commitment. If someone wants to get involved, if they wanted to help, how can they be a participant or a volunteer?
Well, currently, whenever the garden is open, when the gate is open, whenever you see anyone in the garden, please stop in. We're welcoming anyone, everyone wants your help, even suggestions. You can even take the food that's in the garden so you can transplant it into your own garden or take it to your own table. But definitely when we're here, it's definitely a great way to come in.
We also respond when people email at gfcindiana@gmail.com. And we respond when people send messages on Facebook.
Okay.
So they can also text us at 219-743-0891.
I love it. One last thing is that if there's not anything else I know, it definitely takes money to run things like this. Let's say if some random generous donor wants to give, how can they go about doing that? Can they text that that phone number or email?
Yes, they could contact us in that way, yes.
Okay,
yes.
All right. So you heard that. If you desire to sow into this garden so that it continue to flourish and can continue to be a beacon of hope and a beacon of light in the sense of providing healthy foods and healthy plants and resources to our community. Go ahead and reach out via text or via email.
Yes.
The Food Council will be glad to hear from you. I thank you all for having me.
Yes.
This has been wonderful sitting with
Thank
you all.
you.
Thank you for inviting me into your garden.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And I hope
coming.
and pray that many of you would come and visit this garden. It's located on Broadway, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
2190 Broadway.
2190 Broadway.
Yes.
I hope to see you at 2190 Broadway
Yes.
soon, very soon.